We own.
On Burke County.
Final days of our Hurry Up and Save Sales event going on right now at Crumley Ford. Get the biggest savings in recent history with 0% financing on your car, crossover, SUV, and truck. Go by and see Lauren and all the gang, 102 Greenwood Highway, or call 864-445-2107. Crumley's.
Tell you what you don't want to buy for.
It's the Carolina Health Centers wants to help you when it comes to your health.
Cabinets.
Go by and see Dr.
Feel like you've been
Grace.
violated?
She's been
Go
serving
get
this
some.
community for many years. Call today for an appointment, 864-445-9554. Saluda Family Practice, 219 Greenwood Highway, Saluda, is here to serve you.
I done refaced for myself when I took this lid down the door.
Have you heard the good news? Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply is expanding to serve you with our new lumber shed coming in the fall of this year. Get Valspar paint, Yeti coolers, Purina feed, Preferred gates, and Milwaukee tools. Come by and see Kevin and all the friendly staff. We'll get the door for you. 508
they was good like that. I
Call
took them down and
864-445-0062.
somebody, anybody could have my gate away free.
Well, that's like my old cabinets in my house had that little facial board, and I like the way that looks. But I got new cabinets like over my
Economy Furniture, Batesburg, Leesville, South Carolina, is proud to support Saluda Tiger Athletics. Since 1939, we have been your trusted neighborhood expert for home furnishing, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and floor coverings. Famous name brands and guaranteed low prices. Visit our 30,000 square foot showroom at 120 Main Street in Batesburg, Leesville, or online at economyfurniture.com. Edwards Heating and Cooling, Saluda, South Carolina, provides you excellent service when it comes to your heating and cooling unit. When you're in a jam, call us. We can work on all heating and air units and provide you the best knowledge to save you money. Call us today, 864-445-0088. At Mid-Carolina Electric Cooperative, we know the power and value of teamwork. Only by working together can we score our greatest achievements, both on and off the field. We are proud to be a part of the home team. Continue to support our local students through programs like Bright Ideas, Washington U Tour, and various scholarships. Visit Mid-Carolina Co-op, mcecoop.com, for more info on these and other community programs we offer. MIGS of Saluda, serving tasty dishes, appetizers, fresh salads, hot oven fresh subs, chicken, steak, and seafood. The best Italian dishes and pizza around. No wonder it's #1 on TripAdvisor. Visit them today at 216 Greenwood Highway or call in 864-445-9990. Newberry County Memorial Hospital. For over 90 years, no one has handled care better. Visit our website, newberryhospital.org. There you can learn more about our specialties and you can see how we are moving forward in health technology. Newberry County Memorial Hospital says, "Go Tigers." There's only one thing faster than a Stuart Young offense, yournorthland.com. With speeds up to 100 megabits per second and services starting at $29.99 a month, you'll get out of the slow lane and into the fast lane in no time. So speed it up with your Northland.com. Northland Cable, a proud sponsor of Saluda Tiger football. Ramey Funeral Home, 202 North Rudolph Street, Saluda, serving you with dignity in your time of need. One of the greatest services we offer is our website at RameyFuneralHome.com. There you can read recent obituaries, pre-plan, as well as check out our resources for grief and healing. Or call us, 864-445-2366. Ramey Funeral Home, a proud supporter of Saluda Athletics.
Stephen Schufert tosses his cap in the air during his graduation ceremony. After returning home, it's only a short time before he receives a job offer from cancer research firm Kiatech. Today, he's a dedicated cancer scientist and also a cancer survivor. Stephen works diligently in the cancer research lab thanks in part to his lottery scholarship. And it's all because people like you play the South Carolina Education Lottery.
The Wills Agency, your local nationwide insurance agent, James Wills, is here to serve you in Saluda, Batesburg, and Aiken. Let us show you how to save. Call for a free auto, life, home, or business quote, 864-445-0011. Nationwide is on your side. World Finance Corporation, 115 West Utah Street in Saluda, is here to help you with loans from $350 to $6,000. They offer affordable repayment terms, and most loans are approved within 1 hour. When it comes to time for your tax to be filed, look no further than World Finance Corporation. Call today and mention you heard this ad on Saluda Now, 864-445-3370.
And we were listening some on the radio.
And there's a 2-point birdie. All right. And that's some precious memories there.
Let's rewind that, Bernie, if you can.
Okay, you want to rewind?
I didn't get it on my phone here.
All right.
If we can get
This
that
is a little
again,
bit
that'd be
too
great.
far, right? This is where he got. And there's a 2-point bird. All right. And that's some precious memories there.
Let's rewind that, Bernie, if you can.
Okay, you want to Okay, that's where he got touchdown, ain't it?
That's it. That's your touchdown. Yep.
And you said how many turnovers were there that game?
We had 7. I think they had 1.
So it could have been a lot worse for Thurman than what it was.
Yeah, that was a testament to our defense, and I agree with you. If we protect that ball, we probably beat them by double digits that night.
Somebody tell my daddy I'll call him back.
Yeah.
I heard that.
And they just throw like a little jump pass right here to Witt. He go right there. He posts the guy up and just throws up in there. And
That's it.
He just out jumps both of them. Just a little jump pass right there to Witt.
Ball game.
And a lot of new rules was created that morning at Strong Thurman.
Yeah.
They didn't allow fans on the fields. Please exit the gate.
Yeah. Let's see if we hear him at the end.
Well,
So they couldn't turn the lights out, Bob.
Yeah,
Usually they turning the lights out.
I stayed to the end, and I saw several things. Some of that people wanted
Where
to
was
jump
that
on.
place we was at one time and they turned the lights totally out? We had to use our phones to get out of the stadium.
Oh, you can go to Salute High School basketball game to do that. You can trip over yourself walking out the gym. Yeah, and we ain't gonna get started on that. Yeah, they're cutting the lights out on you.
You'll hear them in the
But
morning.
they couldn't cut them out that day, so they tried to get us to.
And they didn't change the scoreboard either. And they cut it off real quick. But we had it fixed. Ralph Sheely fixed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they took us off pretty hard.
Yeah.
That's a great way to begin a state championship season.
Yeah, it is. And we're going to begin it like that this year, I believe.
Yeah.
I
know we on that first game.
I think we're gonna look a little different though. We're gonna look a little different. The offense is gonna be different.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see as much passing. This year, and you shouldn't. And you got a new quarterback, new receivers, you got a few receivers back, but for the most part, you lost, like I said, 20, 21, 22 guys, and so you'll see different.
Now, the Witt guy, is he gone?
He graduated, yeah.
Doggone.
Oh yeah.
I think we had 28 seniors.
Was that many?
First
Yeah,
start,
it was 20
I
something.
think so.
Wow.
But I mean, you also got to look this year. This year class, we only got 7 seniors. So, and this is moving up. And then the next year we'll be back in our 20s. So anytime you graduate 20 kids been playing since back up, you gonna have a, I ain't gonna say it'll be a great team, state championship team, but you gonna have a good team, a solid team. But no, we got playmakers there, and I mean, you got Baker back, you got both Baker boys, one receiver, one running back, and then you got Tyleek Mathis and McCary, and I mean, we got some playmakers out there. And this year, some of my guys gonna have to play both ways, and which that's always been the point. Last couple of years, we had some they didn't have to play always both ways, but we could put them in at key situations. But I look for us to have a good year, and be interesting to see what the offense does. But they're not gonna go away from the philosophy now. They gonna still run that same offense. Either you can catch it or be on the sideline, because the ball coming from somebody out there. So.
Oh, I definitely think. I mean, we'll still be in the spread. But
Put your mic up to your mouth so we can.
I say we still. I mean, you'll be in the spread, but you'll see us run more out of it.
There you go.
And as we go on, I think you'll see us add more pass as we go on. And the thing is, we might actually end up being 50-50.
Yeah.
As well last year we were probably 75% pass. And now you might see it more 50-50, which would actually make us dangerous.
I could see us going more to Malik Brooks' last 2 years. Baker with probably 20, 25 carries, and Mathis with another 12. 12, 13 carries. I could see us rushing the ball probably 30, 35 times a game. If we run 60 plays, I bet you we will probably. We'll be closer to 50-50 this year than we've been in the last several years since Malik left. Because Baker's, he's a great running back, and it's not going to surprise me if he blows up and start getting some offers starting this year with running the ball.
And I'm going to tell you, I've seen him. He's gotten bigger, Paul. He's bigger. He's growing. It's like he's a couple inches taller. He's thicker. I mean, he really looks good. He looks smart. So I'm really excited to see him.
Oh, you been to a practice?
I've seen some of these guys. Yeah, yeah, I can't say what we're doing, but yeah, I've seen them. But
call in or comment your questions, 864-980-7768. We don't want to get incriminating here.
no,
And if it's happening in Saluda, it's on Saluda now. Let's talk about the top poll from the South Carolina High School report that just come out. It's got Timberland number 1. What's y'all's thought about Timberland?
Well, I was a good producer, but I don't know about the school. I ain't never heard of it, to be quite honest with you.
Well, I heard about them, and I think I look back. I think I had Timberland. We had to look back. I think I had them 8 or 9 in my poll, and I'm trying to decide if they have moved up from 1A or down to 3A. And that's just me listening to some of them high school reporters and on that South Carolina High School League Facebook page I'm friends with about some of the athletes that they have.
Yeah.
if you could pull up last year's bracket, as we sit here thinking about,
That'd be hard.
I think we talked about this last year. Timberland, they were in that side in that bracket with Oceanside Collegiate. Who beat Oceanside? Was it did Timberland not beat Oceanside?
I don't know.
Oceanside beat Timberland.
I can't remember.
Because Timberland, I think, had a pretty good team last year, and we were talking about it. I can't really remember a whole lot about it because
And Barnwell knocked them off.
that's on the different side. Yeah,
We might can pull up Timberland on Match Prep, get their record, their schedule from last year.
Okay.
yeah. Just check and just
Go
look.
to Match Prep and see if we can get their schedule. But not that we're not doubting Timberland might not be good, but I mean, I know it's a bit surprise y'all, but there's a couple people that do know a couple more things than we do, not many. We know a lot. A lot of it ain't right.
Call in or comment your question, 864-980-7768. We would love to take your comments or call on the air as we're here, and glad all of you are listening in. Fred Whiteman, Jason Jordan, thank y'all for watching us on Saluda Now.
Can you hear us now? Okay, I see Jason said you can hear us now. We are not with Verizon. They're not a sponsor.
We are Cricket Wireless, the official sponsor of Saluda Now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Cricket here in about a week.
Yep. A whole lot cheaper. And go by Cricket this week and register, even if you're not a member. Take a look at their phones over there. Go over there. They're giving away $1,000 every week in Saluda at the Cricket Wireless. Just go by there and tell them Bulldog Bert sent you, and register for $1,000 to be given away every week. I think they're going to try to give away some money too during the football season when we go on during the football season, and we'll be letting you know more about that. Big sponsor of Saluda Now, 864-980-7768. They're a wireless provider. Of course, Northern Cable is still with us too, and they're our sponsor for the high-speed wired-in internet at the stadium still, which we're not going to have 2 home games, looks like.
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing about the Blacksburg game, so I don't know if that'll be a home or away.
Okay, I'm trying to pull up.
Maybe Coach Young is watching. He can let us know if they got an update on.
I don't see Coach Young
Got
responding.
an update on the.
But I think they're
Blacksburg game.
having afternoon practices now, ain't they?
I don't know. I don't know what the limitation of what they can do right now.
Casey Hallman, thank you for watching Saluda Now. Abbeville is going to be next, number 2.
Well, I would have had Abbeville number 1, but that's just me. Coming back loaded, great team last year, a better team than us. We just beat them, and then, but I mean they they got a stable of players up there, and I mean it's nobody can hardly deny that it shouldn't be number one or in the top two. Basically every year, unless they just fall off the map or the school moves to a different classification.
Now they got a 10th grader for a quarterback.
I hadn't heard that. Maybe we need to make our round in the van with our binoculars and start checking out some of these.
Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, they lost to Barnwell 49-19.
And then they lost.
Timlin did?
Yeah, they lost to them earlier in that season. It was 31-6.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Well, Timlin, they must have had a lot of good little players because Barnwell wasn't good at all. Now,
We showed that.
Now,
I think Bone was really good. We were
Okay.
just really, really good.
yeah, we were really great on that night.
I'm gonna tell you.
we were hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, Barnwell had a good. I mean, you talking about a team that only punted 4 times
Yeah.
until that game. Okay, so I mean that's a good. I don't care who you play. You punt 4 times a season. That's a good ball team.
And you know what?
And, I mean that was. We were just on. I'm telling you, we were on.
Well, I ain't saying they wasn't good. Now, they were the best the Lower State had to offer, which is not a lot, but that was the best that they had to offer. And they played for a title 2 years in a row. And, I mean, even when you win a weaker division, you still got to be good to win win the division. But
Big Dog Radio's assumption about Saluda was way off.
It was. It really was.
It was an assumption.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The next is Saluda. No, Newberry. I'm sorry. Newberry.
I can see Newberry 3. They're definitely a top 5 program. And they're going to bring that hardcore running attack at you, that grind in the dirt, and every once in a while throw a pass, and they're going to line up in the high and 3 or 4 different formations running the ball. And at the end of the year, they'll be in the mix. And with them only taking 2 teams out of each region this year, I mean, it's going to be a slugfest in our region.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're looking to get one of those, what are they going to have, what do you call that, wild card spots that they may give out to one of the regions. And we're looking at, it very well could fall to our region because of the teams we have in our region.
Strength
of our region. So, yeah, when you got Newberry and then you got a Hall of Fame coach, Phil Strickland, you can't count him out anytime. So if he's got the athletes over there to run his system, then they'll be very much in contention this year.
And then next is who we got next? Barnwell. Is above
They'll roll up into the
But I
playoffs
thought
against
their
Miller
quarterback
like Marshall.
graduated too.
That quarterback graduated also. And I mean, I don't know what they put all into the thing, but they lost that. They had a boy that could play for anybody in the state that like Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, yeah.
He could play for anybody in the whole state.
He's playing for Carolina, ain't he?
No. We had one that played for Carolina that didn't make it. But no. I wish he was up there. He's a good ball player.
He's a real good ball player. He's one of the best linebackers.
Where did he wind up going?
I don't have a slice idea.
But it wasn't spelled like Deshaun Watson from Clemson. It was spelled like Deshaun.
I would say Barnwell would be in your top 10, down toward the bottom, 9 or 10.
Saluda's next, number 5.
I think it's you're going to have a lot of young players step up and prove themselves. If you have this next man up mentality that we're talking about, well, now it's time for them to shine. You're looking at you just don't know. You know about 4 or 5 of your players, but you got to see. You're talking about replacing the all-time leading tackler, the second all-time leading tackler. Defense. We're gonna have some good defensive backs coming back and go play. But you got to replace your linebackers. I do think defensive line. I think we're gonna be okay. We got a class coming up that's gonna be really good. They're gonna be sophomores this year. There's a lot of big kids in there, and we really gonna see the offensive and defensive lines, I think, excel the next 3 years. So really look forward to that. And if we can find the playmakers, I think we got a chance to do some things. So, like I said, just next man up. And what quarterback? Who's going to take that spot? We had a 4-year starter at quarterback, and now we a couple names of who could play quarterback. But what are they going to do? How are they going to perform? And I think that's going to be the key.
Yeah, And I think like you talking about on the defense offense line, you're gonna see our weight per player go up probably 20 pounds.
I was gonna say 50.
And that's being nice. I mean, you would think they moved into MIGS and been living here day and night eating.
Seems like that every day.
You gonna see the weight of the lines go up, and they big, but they athletic and good ball players. And to me, 5 is a great place for Saluda. It's right in the middle of the top 10, definitely a top 10 team. And I think 5 is a great place for them with plenty of room to improve and weekly. And it would surprise me 1 or 2 big wins in this region. And I mean, they could soar. I mean, we could take off on another run. And we have a good enough team to compete for a state championship again and a region title. And that's just great news no matter how you look at it.
Really, we're wild for it. And you don't know, because you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know how good
They might walk out there and they might be better than what they was last year.
Yeah.
Well, people like us know the kind of kids, because Jeffrey's coached some of them. I seen them grow up. We know what kind of athletes they are and what kind of potential they got and players they got. They're not household names, so to say, yet. But by the end of the year, even a shortened season, they'll be household names. And like I said, we don't have, I think, 7 seniors and 4 of them start. So I mean, we got a good nucleus this year and next year. And
Okay. Deshaun Watson went to Hutchinson CC.
Community college. So he went to junior college.
4 of those Power 5s come knocking. 51-6 over 4 years.
If he went to junior college, he'd definitely be a top 5 linebacker in the country.
I'm going to have to call him Kirby Smart and put him on the
I'm at Kirby. I already know, along with the rest of them. Yeah, he's got a Power 5 athletic ability. No
He
doubt
just
about it.
couldn't carry the whole game.
Well, I mean, he had 20-something tackles, I think.
Well, and also if you look at him, we'd match him up.
Yeah.
And we ran him from sideline to sideline, covering receivers. You know, we had it underneath, and we ran him slam to death. And he probably hadn't had to run that much in a game the whole year. So if you watched us, and he was still playing, but we had him gassed. I mean, we run him to death. So.
And something I heard about Saluda is they got one of the biggest lines in the state in 2A. Is that true?
I don't know.
On defense?
I'll have to see that.
They big dudes?
Well, I know we got some big guys coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm
now
saying.
where they fall. A lot of them are sophomores. You got sophomores coming.
Yeah, it's time for them to start. It's time for them to start.
Yeah. So if they start some of them,
Well, I mean, you got Alchemus.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dad, you got Simon Abney. Done gained probably 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, he played the whole year in and out the game.
Okay.
And
got Jabari Bryant.
You got big Jabari Bryant. We got
Bernard Works.
We got kids that played meaningful snaps last year on the varsity, and that's going. The defensive line and secondary linebackers is going to be the key for Saluda.
Call in and comment your questions, 864-980-7768. We're live here from MIGS today. We're talking about the report that just come out, the top 10 on the South Carolina High School report. And you can follow them on Facebook also, as well as subscribe. And moving on now, we see that Central of Pageland is next at 6, and we played them. Remember, on the AstroTurf up there, and they got good barbecue, don't they, Jeffrey?
They do. They do.
That's one thing we found out about them, and we had a good night up there. It didn't rain, did it? It threatened to rain, but it didn't till the end of the game.
Yeah, I think we got out of that.
Yeah.
The Blacksburg and the other one.
You was sick one night. Remember you had the flu?
Who was that we played? That was the second round.
Was you there that night, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that the second round.
Yeah.
We played on that turf. We went up there 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Buford,
yeah.
Yeah, one of them up down like
They had the AstroTurf.
And they're number 15 this year.
Well, both of them got AstroTurf, don't they? Central and and we get to play on AstroTurf this year.
I'm going to tell you also, I know.
Who is the next?
Who is?
Grakely.
7th.
And we'll
Go
play
ahead,
at Newberry.
What was you going to say, Paul?
Well, before we go that AstroTurf is really the way to go.
I love it.
I mean, we got a beautiful field, beautiful
Yes.
grass, but that should be our next move.
Yes.
AstroTurf. And
the NFL will pay for half of it.
And I'm just saying that's the move to make, and that takes care of your soccer, your football. I mean everything. I mean, and I just think that's the way to go. So
I
I
agree.
put that out there.
And another thing, it looks like our guys can move faster on the AstroTurf. That might just be my perception of it.
No, I think you're right. I think you always.
Yeah.
I think you always.
You got your foot is more strong.
Yeah,
More stronger, you know.
Yeah,
Because it's concrete, ain't it?
Yeah, 'cause it's
you
not
just
going
got
anywhere.
a piece of carpet on top.
Yeah, but I think I like that. So that's now who's up?
Great Collegiate, who will be.
Speaking of AstroTurf, we played a softball tournament and the infield's AstroTurf.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just throw that out there for
I saw it, yeah.
We get the main
had to have-
baseball.
We had to have 5 meetings last week just to get more dirt on the field. We got. I know we ain't getting no AstroTurf.
Great Collegiate's next. They're going to be playing over at Newberry College.
And I think now what number are they?
7.
I think they definitely top 5 team.
Yeah.
With the recruiting and the players they got coming in. I mean, their recruiting coordinators up there is unbelievable. And I mean, they got it going on right now, bringing them kids in. And
Wow.
I mean, you can't. All you can do is just play them and go. I mean, you can't do nothing. But they'll definitely be in the top half of our region when we play in. And it could very well come between us. I don't know what game we play them in the year in the region.
We played in the third game.
That's gonna be.
We'll play Eau Claire, go to Newberry, then go play. Newberry here, excuse me, and then play at Great Collegiate.
Well, our region can be by the third week of the tie, because our region's gonna tell us where. The third game, end of the third game of the season will tell you where we at, regardless of the next 4 games.
Yeah.
That's gonna tell you. That's interesting. That it's front heavy like that.
Because they say they're only going to take 2 teams from each region in the playoffs. If I got it thinking right, after we play 96, we'll go to the first round playoffs, then the upper states next week, and then the state championship. I believe that's the way it shut down. But Stewart said it's mathematically impossible because you got to have 14 teams. So he's speculating they're going to have 2 at-large teams, and one of the at-large teams will come from our region, and one more region.
Well, I know, I think I'm correct. Before this sickness came on the country, before that happened, our third place team was going to the lower state.
Right.
Every year one region, because to make their numbers work, drops down to the lower state.
And that's what.
And I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The at large, our third place team would go to the lower state and play. I'm curious about that. I don't know how that'll work out.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, it's four teams in our region. It's going to be in the top 10, top 12 teams in the state.
Yeah.
So no other region has that. So I mean, if you're looking at getting your best people in the playoffs, you have to look at this region.
And it could be 3 teams in the top 6.
Yeah, very well.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. And the next one is let's pull it back up here. Andrews. Don't know nothing
about Andrews.
And then Marion too. I don't know nothing about Marion. Them's over there from over toward Dillon that way.
Yeah.
Then Wade Hampton, and I think it was one time we were talking about we might play Wade Hampton.
Was Batesburg in the top 10?
It's going to be Sherrod.
We ain't got to.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sherrod's next. We played Sherrod before. They played over here.
Yeah. That was a tough game. That was that year we had them
and they had a good quarterback then.
2 nail biters down here. I think slew.
They still got Batesburg ranked as 12.
Okay, they're going past that. Y'all have a good one.
And then Batesburg next.
And that's probably about right for them. They having a couple problems down there, but they still gonna be Batesburg. It don't matter.
Oh, I agree.
It don't matter, and when they play us, I mean,
I told Stewart, Coach Young, I said, we should have won that game last year.
Well, see, that's what scares me is we were the better team
Yeah,
last
we
year.
were. Yeah.
I mean, we're the better.
we was.
Yeah,
We could
way
beat
ahead
that
of
crowd last
them.
year by
They
20
got
something
knocked
more.
out the first round, didn't they?
Everybody in our region won the first round.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was
Yeah, because we were thinking that Batesburg might meet us again in the playoffs.
They lost to Southside.
Because somebody.
They went Southside.
Yeah, that's where it happened.
And a good game, too, I think.
If they had beat Southside, we would have been here that night.
Yeah.
Because we was praying and we wound up going up. Everything was fine. Everything worked.
That would have been a great atmosphere, though.
Yeah.
For saluting that.
But we had way more fans at the playoffs than we did for the regular season game against Southside when we went there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just.
Oh yeah.
But one thing about the fans, I mean, they gonna follow you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a football town or
And that's
any
why,
kind of sport town. If you playing, it don't matter if it's baseball or what.
and you said you heard that the King Academy is going to allow 1,000 fans in
The
front.
governor announced yesterday that 1,000 people attendance could be at the private school games.
As far as I'm concerned, the governor ain't got no say in what goes on in a private school.
Well, I didn't think so either, but that's what he announced.
He could put his little foghorn leghorn.
That's what they announced yesterday. And
They
that's
just give him $36 million so he can have his little say so.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we may not know till the week of September the 25th. Because, I mean, that private schools start playing this. King's got a home game Friday night.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to kind of know
They'll be
how many can come in and how many can't.
But I ain't never seen 1,000 fans over there, and I've been over there several times. Now, that time they played Dillon for the state championship, it was probably close to 1,000 that night. Because Saluda wasn't playing nobody. And we was over there, and we had to sit over on the visitor side.
That's when they played at the stadium over here?
No, they played at King.
Okay. I know they played Warlaw for the state championship at Saluda.
Yeah, that was great.
And there was a lot of people here for that game.
Yeah.
I was at that game too.
Yeah.
Call in or comment your questions, 864-980-7768. Then Andrew Jackson is under Batesburg Leesfield. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
13.
7. Okay, 13.
Yeah.
All right. And then Woodland, they pretty good. Buford, that's who we played in the playoffs. And Latta. So that's mixed in. I wish they had that poll broken down, upper state, lower state. Maybe we need to work on that, come up with our own poll for that.
Do an
Upper state, lower state, because the fact of the matter is it don't make no difference how you rank preseason. You got to go through the upper state for us if we're 1 or 2. Now, if we're 3 and they take us at large, we'll go to the lower state like Paul said. And really, we'd have.
I kind of hope that happens. That's easy walk-in.
Well, I don't know if it's an easy walk-in because
It'd be easier than what we would have to go through.
Exactly.
Barnes pretty tough, and I think Timberland's in the lower bracket too. They are.
They lower state.
They lower state. Yeah.
So there's some good teams down there, but see, you still got Oceanside. They're down there, and they.
No telling how many they recruited this time.
But I thought they went to 1A.
Did they?
No, Southside did. Oceanside might have went to 3A or
Because they're not even in the list here. No.
Yeah,
Oceanside.
they moved.
Yeah, they moved.
I think they went up to 3A.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty sure they did.
How can Southside go to 1A?
That makes no
And then you
sense.
really have no.
And leave in 2A.
Get whoever you
Well,
get.
listen, Abbeville's done it before.
Yeah, but my thing is Abbeville's a public school. They got to play whoever lives over there. I can play for, Southside.
Well, see, Abbeville in 96,
Yeah.
I think they had petitioned to stay in 209. They supposed to be in 189.
182, yeah.
But I mean, it just killed the gates.
Yeah.
Killed the gates, and I'm telling you, people, this what it's.
But the reason they got is not to be. I mean, that's not a lot of fans.
And you talking about now? You talking about gate? And Paul's fixing to hit on this.
Yeah.
2 home games this year for us?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Can you imagine? I mean, what?
2 home games is $8,000 in the hole for us to start with. $4,000 a game.
And they gonna limit us to 1,000 fans?
Now I don't know. I would think the public school with bigger stadium is gonna get. I'm gonna say 2,500. What I'm gonna say.
I just think financially, it's you kill it. You kill the small school. You kill the rest of the athletics. I mean, it's gonna come back to us to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's fine. But I mean, it really hurts you.
Well, now Saluda makes pretty good on basketball and baseball. They have a pretty good attendance there, but I don't know what the end. I know I can see the gate is busy, but I don't know how much they have to spend out and all that. You know,
say that's just what I'm talking about. Over there spending out, you looking at 4,000 to have a game on Friday night.
Now, does it cost that much to have a basketball game?
No, I don't know what. I have seen nights once they pay the referees that they break even. Based on
but we could have basketball games this time without fans in the gym.
Yeah, that's possible.
It has to be paid for by the football gate, which you only have 2 home games.
Yeah,
I mean, people don't realize that, but I mean, it's
because you have to pay the referees out of that money, don't you?
Referees, your lights. I mean, security.
Yeah.
The school don't even pay the light bill.
You got to pay the athletic departments when we go.
Yeah.
When we're on the road, we have to pay the gas, the fuel cost to go on the road.
I got you.
I mean, it costs us all the way around. I mean,
and we don't get no money when we go to another school.
No, not regular season. We don't. Not regular season. You don't get a dime. So if we take 500 people.
So in other words, whoever deciding all these rules ain't using no math.
No.
No common sense.
No.
Well, they don't care about that.
You think it's rough on us? You could get around like Red Spring and McCormick, schools like that, man. It's even 2A schools, that's don't have a big file. I mean, it's gonna hurt.
What was it? 2 shows ago we were talking about, and I was here, and we were talking about, you're gonna vote on whether or not you're gonna have a football season. Well, you're not just voting on football. Remember, I told you that. You're voting on all the rest of the sports too, because you can't afford them.
Yeah.
So once you cancel football and you don't get that gate, okay.
Well, I tell you what to do then. If we can't have but 2,500 fans, do like Carolina, do like Georgia, do like Clemson. We're going up on the ticket prices.
Well, I think you're gonna have to go up on the ticket prices regardless because of the limitation to the fans.
But the high school league dictates the cost of tickets.
And they should change
to my understanding.
So that the schools can cover their costs, just like all the colleges that went.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
a ticket to a college game at Georgia, I don't know about Carolina Clemson, is $150 per ticket. That don't include your seat fee. That don't include Georgia Club, nothing like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, a high school ticket should be no less than $10 a person.
Exactly.
Yep. And I pay that and smile. If me and my wife went $20, I mean, that's high school $10 a piece.
You can't even get state fair for that, can you?
No. That's what I'm saying. A high school game, and people gonna be raising the devil when you do your comment, because they cry anytime when if it's $5, $6. But a high school Friday night football game lasts an average of 3 hours. So I mean,
Keith Lester, Ladder is where Phil Cornbrook grew up. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, they 3 hours, and I mean, you watching good high school football game, $10. I mean, I
guarantee you that football game is going to be more entertaining than what you watch on Sunday.
I mean, I'll take
more entertaining than sitting in the living room watching a replay.
Look at him. I'll take a Friday football game night, because I don't go to college games no more. But a Friday football game night, and we can win half the game. We could lose on Friday night, and that Friday night's still better than any other Friday night. Now that's just my opinion on football Friday night. And I think it should be $10 across the board, and I think the school should get $4. I don't know how much the high school. I think the high school league gets $1 per ticket right now, and I mean I think they need to raise up to $10.
I think you'll have to. And I don't think anybody should complain.
They're not going to complain.
You know, like Paul said,
No, they gonna complain.
we could lose every game we play, and it still would be better than.
Well, here's the way you fix that. This is the big complaint.
They're going to complain because they can't get in the stadium because we're limited how many.
Well, it's going to be limited, but we're just talking about money now. Here's the thing where we need to go back when me and Jeffrey went to school. I think they still do it now, but if you were playing sports in that season, whether it's fall, spring, everything, them kids get in free. And if you got, what you need to do is they need to, instead of charging them elementary, primary, if you got school kids with school ID, they should charge half price.
Free.
So you getting 10 from the mama and 5 from the kid.
Yeah.
You know, and it's gonna be more people come instead of charging me 7 and then 3 other kids 7. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna leave 2 at home the next time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make more money, but it's all kind of ways to do that. That's just how I look at it. But I think every school should allow students half price with a student, a current student ID. Now, if you don't bring it, but you've got people at the gate that know you. But if the security people, if they ain't got the ID with them, make them pay. I mean, that's called responsibility starting at that age. You can keep your student ID with you.
Now, let me ask you this. When you go to some of these bigger high schools, which Thurman's got it and Abbeville does too, in 96, they have booster club seating. And you have to pay extra money for them seats.
When I was thinking about doing booster club, and I thought about I was going to do it, I really wanted to do it that time, but I don't have no kids. I think a booster club president they should have kids in school.
Yes.
And we do now.
Right.
But I think you should have kids in school and their kids playing sports, they involved, and I think you get a whole lot more out of Boost Club. But when I was thinking about it, when we started making this run, whenever I wanted to do, I had thought about it. That's the first thing I was going to do.
Yeah.
I had my thing right up. That middle section, number it, put backs on the seats.
Yeah.
And you charge, and when they pay that Boots Club thing, they got a ticket of 4. I mean, you charge, we pay $35 for a cushion at South Carolina.
Yeah.
When we quit paying, we had 8 cushion seats for $35 a piece.
Yeah.
And I mean, them people over there pay $10 more a person. That's $40 more bucks just to have a metal back on the seat. And then you call the name out, like at Strong Thurman, at Clinton, different places I go to. Call the name out, the sponsors and what they do, and
put them in the program.
And you had that thing out set up just for the Boost Club.
And here's why we need that, is because when we have something like this, they would get first choice. They would pay, because they're going to pay higher prices to get in the game. And that's the way it's working at Carolina, Georgia, Clemson. And in fact, I don't know what it is at Carolina, Clemson, but I heard at Georgia, in order to get tickets, you got to be at the $25,000 level. And they limited it to 23,000 people. You say that many people at Georgia pay that much? Absolutely. They got some big donors over there, and they get first choice. And they got some kind of system now. You can get up to that level if you start donating money, and you can be up there with the donors now to get ahead of the line, sort of like a Carowin. You buy that extra.
Get that fast pass.
And move to the front of the line. Because the one with the most money is going to get.
They win all the time, but
they do.
I tell you, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
After the parents would get their 2 tickets apiece, Booster Club would be #1 priority.
Yeah.
Based on
Give it.
And then you got to have a small. What you need, you don't need more than two max 3 levels of booster club.
Yeah.
Your purple is being your highest. That's where you park in the gate. You got a booster seat, and then they can pick their seats in the booster section.
Yes.
And then you know your Lord, they can sit in the booster
They
section.
can pick their seats
Accordingly. And then I mean that would be your pecking order who got the tickets. Then I mean
because what you're doing is you're generating more money for the games.
That's right. Yeah.
There's something got to be figured in where they pay more money for a ticket to get in the games to help because what we're doing is we can't run an athletic department in a crisis like this because how come we don't know it's going to be this way next year?
You don't. Right.
Well, everything will be back normal. No, ain't gonna be no more back normal.
But this should be done anyway. Even if it goes.
Yeah. This is what I vibe. This should be done. Regardless. Your high school should treat your booster club as raw.
Yes.
I mean your members and stuff. I mean you got to give them something though.
Because if you do, more people want to be in the booster club.
They don't want to be in it.
You get in the booster club.
And a booster club is here to reward your student athletes.
That's right.
If you got $20,000 in there, by God, you spend $20,000, or you have a minimum $3,500 balance that you want to keep. But that money should not be treated like it's your vacation money or you trying to save money to send your kid to school. If you got $20,000, you spend 17 of it, and then you raise more. And that's when them kids go home and tell their mamas and stuff, everybody's gonna want to join that booster club. Yeah. They're gonna want to give money, and
we could do a lot of things with that money. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My Lord, just the uniforms.
That's right.
You put on his page about the cost of the uniforms this time.
Yeah.
And it was outrageous.
And it was dictated. People say, "Oh, why can't you do a uniform?" Well, it was dictated by the high school league that our color combination was wrong. So they made a new rule where you have to have certain colors.
Which I disagree
with. The contrast, exactly. But the high school league makes the rules. We can't wear jerseys anymore. So you don't have a choice. You have to buy new jerseys, or you can't use them.
And so that stuff is expensive.
It is.
Just think, the little old rec department out there right now. We got $11,000 in baseball uniforms at the rec department. And we talking about hats, people, and shirts. We don't even do pants no more because so many of them cry. Well, not crying. I'm not talking about pants. Well, the price goes up. And I mean, you put your insurance on the kids. You do this, you do that. You buy balls, just balls for the rec. Got the bill, $1,100 for balls. And I saw the other day a girl play softball over here. She didn't play a whole career. Mom was selling the catching gear. $275.
Absolutely. Yeah.
People come and ask me at the rec department for catching gear like they ask for 2 pieces of bubble gum. And I mean, stuff costs this day and time. And the more revenue you can bring in, the more gadgets or the gimmicks you can come up with for me to give you $5, you better be coming up with them because, like you said, Bert, this might be next year. You got to have a revenue of money coming in, making money, and the boost club is going to have to step it up for your athletic part if the football team can't carry the other sports.
That's right. If you want to have other sports, you have to have another revenue stream. So we need to go ahead and get ready for it. So that's the thing. That makes a difference. But like you're talking the other day, 12 softball, $90. $90. Yeah. And people want to know, why is he so crazy about them balls? Because they're like $6 a piece, $7 a piece. And I tell somebody, they walk past the ball. I was like, now, would you walk past $7 laying on the ground? No, pick it up. Yeah. Put it back in the bucket. That's $7.
Well, you got people,
do y'all see Charles Long's comment?
Where's he at?
Mandatory mask and spray, everyone with Lysol. Let everyone come in. Charles Long. What?
Hey, they got them little guns that they spray in the school with now. them little things. They look like leaf blowers.
Oh, they spray you?
No, they spray in the inside of school. It's like a mist. Like if they came in here.
It's actually a peroxide mist. And
But we can spray the people. I mean, when they come in like a
Same
mist.
thing people use to spray bug spray in the yard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of the smoke
Yeah, you can buy one from Kevin.
It had that purple foam come out.
Walton and Milwaukee make it.
Yeah, that's what
Coach Livingston was here last week for a meeting we had about the internet, because we ain't got no internet solution. That's another problem. Kids can't go virtual because we ain't got no internet connection in Saluda. If you drive out McCormick Highway, there's no internet. If you go toward Johnson, there's no internet.
There's not no phone signal out that way. Well, there's internet.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're on the side of the road, buddy, you gotta keep walking.
I used
Looking
to
at
live up there by Gentry's, and I couldn't make a phone call.
Yeah.
If you're not on the east side of the county, then you don't. It's a lot of things you don't have. People don't realize it, but that side's growing. They're gonna put money into it. The other side's not, and they're not.
And so everybody can't e-learn when they ain't got no internet.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yeah. And so we had a meeting about that. I mean, we in world hurt. But that would be a good idea though. Everybody be mandatory to clean your own place where you gonna sit. Give them all a piece of Lysol.
I don't know if y'all saw where they started. Right. Alabama started playing last week.
Yeah.
And they had to stop several games for the fans to separate, and the whole student section full with no mask, and they wasn't gonna start the game back until then. It's gonna be interesting how they do. Say if Carson his family comes, he buys 4 tickets. Are you gonna go through and fix the 4 seats where they need to be? Have a color court. How you gonna keep the people from sitting
let me ask you
together?
This
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question. What about I'm your cousin?
Yeah.
We can. We family.
And see, that's what.
And you got 20 cousins? Absolutely. We all family.
And that's what goes to it. I mean, if you ain't.
Where is it in?
It is Saluda.
If I'm not. If I go to your house every day, I see you every day. We can sit together at the ball game on Friday night, but it's gonna be interesting. And I feel bad for the athletic directors and the people having to go, because they having to go through. Jeanette's done made 3 schedules for every sport already, and we ain't got September 8th yet now. So I mean, you have every time. It's not like Rick where I got in-house things we just scheduled. You got to call all them schools back and reschedule and hope nothing's going on that you can still do it and this and that. So
you go over there and put an X in a seat, walk 6 feet, put an X in a seat, skip a row, X. So I don't. But do you think and that's good. I think that's great. Somebody goes through the whole.
Well, that's what they did for graduation.
And then you end up now. How you gonna tell those people sitting there?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I mean, I can't make you sit there.
That's right.
I can suggest you sit there. I can say, hey, we're not gonna play the game. Play sit in the seat. Some people don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if whenever all the infrastructure in this country was being built and we decided, let's put some marks in the road to make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to do. I wonder if they figured that everybody was going to follow all of those rules. But now, it sure ain't worked out like that, so I don't see how that's going to work out.
I know what you're talking about, Alabama. They was all bunched together. It was just like a regular Friday night.
Yeah, it was
separation.
Regular football Friday night. And I think if people in groups, what kind of in Saluda you can tell, because I can be on the field and I look at the groups and I might tell who. Well, that group's always together. That group, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna kind of help us out in places like where we are. Over here, I don't think we'll be to that extent. We won't be stopping no games over here for nothing. And I don't know if we even have to look at the gate, but in small town like us, we can by looking to the group and tell who belongs to what group.
There will be a clicker at the gate.
No. But
there'll be only one way to get in and out. They're not gonna have all the guys. I do know that. I done heard that part.
It's supposed to have a way in and an exit.
Have an exit, so you'll be able to get out probably on the street and then come in the back. Or it might be vice versa, I don't know. It make more sense coming back, because usually whenever they just have the JV games, there's only one gate open anyway. This
Or will you dismiss the visitor side first and then the home side, or? See, if we were still playing in Columbia School, we wouldn't have that problem.
You're right.
It'd be 55 and at halftime. We could ask them to go ahead.
Well, I'd make all the visitors come in just like regular folks, go past the hamburger stand, go around to the concession stand that way.
Now,
the visitors have to walk first.
Now, what they could do is right down the side of the street that Long's used to be, the dial place.
Yeah.
Have the
they not one of our sponsors, but they out of bid.
Yeah. Well, they went out with a lot of money. Have it won't surprise me if they got the visitor, that middle gate closed, and the visitors have a inner gate and an exit gate, and then on the home side they'll have an inner gate and an exit gate, and you're gonna cut down on the whole problem. That would be an easy fix to me.
Okay.
And the good thing about it, you don't have, when we played Eau Claire several years ago when they had 9 fans?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's going to be, visitor side we go wide open.
And I don't know who Newberry bring a good crowd. Batesburg will bring a good crowd. We play Newberry at home and Batesburg at home.
Yes, that's it.
And then we got 2 games, but we got 2 good games.
That is true.
That's the way to look at it.
Yeah, we
got 2 games, but you got to look at one of the neutral site games. So, and it's close. Newberry's not that far, so that kind of worked out a little bit. But we looked up to having Newberry and Batesburg for a home game.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to offset a lot, but I don't see us going in whole per game unless the limitation is real drastic.
Call in or comment your questions, 864-980-7768. We're going to wrap it up today with the top 25 in the AP. Who is number 1? Let's see. And I guess.
You already know.
Clemson. Clemson's number 1. No surprise there.
They play one top 25 team whole schedule.
Wofford or Citadel?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be overrated Notre Dame, which will probably not even be in the top 25. No. But they money school.
But here's what I talked to a Clemson commentator yesterday. And we discussed Justin Fields is Ohio State, and he's pitching a fit because they're not having football. Well, the word is they're probably not even going to have spring football.
No, it would be dumb too. How are you going to sit there and have a whole spring football season and turn around in the fall again if everything is back to where you can have it in the fall?
And they have no championship for the spring football, so why people like him be like, nah, good, I'm going on with the NFL because
he's talking about transfer.
And you know what? And I don't think NCAA could deny them kids.
No, they can't.
I mean, they wouldn't have to sit out yet because you couldn't deny them because their sport is not I don't know how you want to say it, but they're not having that sport. It's been deleted.
But I was told by the Clemson commentator, well, they don't have enough scholarship to do that. I said, absolutely. The weakest link in the chain gets cut.
That would be your last walk-on person. The last walk-on person would lose their scholarship, but the school would still pay for it through academics. He would still, they fix it, but
Dabo Swinney's son at Clemson that runs out there and puts the ball up on the team.
Yeah.
He gets paid. He gets full scholarship to run out there and put the ball on the team.
Over there onto the sideline and let them be water boys.
Yeah.
Dabo's son. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, we were trading for yeah.
Well, I'm serious.
Why would we want Justin Fields, though? We got Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, we don't want Justin Fields.
And DJ Money.
What about the other guy? Y'all kicked into the curve?
Which one?
I forgot what it was.
Oh, no, we still got him.
Yeah,
but he was the next coming. I thought he was at the left-hand side. Yeah. He got fired.
Fred Wild.
And DJ's the one that wore that shirt, playing for the money or making money or whatever. Oh, okay, I remember him. He won't be up there 2 years from now.
Hey, if
Probably be in the NFL.
I was worried about that. But then I saw him handing out money to LSU on the field after the championship game. Now I realize it don't matter.
Ohio State is second. You know, that's what I can't get about the AP. Ohio State is second. They're not even going to play.
See,
why are you even wasting your time?
The people that were doing the AP, they said in the article that they had wrote when they put the poll out that by week 3 or 4 that they won't include Big Ten or Pac-12, but I guess they're still including right now, holding on to.
On the show last night, this one came out. This is the regular one.
Yeah.
All right, they putting out another next week without the.
Okay.
Without the Southeast, the Southeast Conference will have 9 teams.
I'm telling
in the top 25.
I'm telling you.
You know what they removed us? And that ain't counting. Carolina won't be in there. That's the. I mean, Kentucky's gonna slide in there. They show where Tennessee's gonna jump from 25 all the way up to 16.
I believe it.
And then. I mean, that's just how it's going to go somewhere. They got to go somewhere because they can't leave it.
Jump up one more spot.
Okay, Alabama and Georgia's 3-4.
We'll beat them by 10
That
points.
should be suspect.
I don't know.
Get your MIGS wing basket ready.
All right.
Hey, Bert, we just got a bit thrown out here. Look at him.
Well, I already got a bet. I'm not met.
They're going to lose 3.
We have a friendly way.
Oh, friendly way. Yeah.
With Kevin Crouch.
Oh, well, we just had a wing basket come up right here.
What?
Yeah.
Paul got a free wing basket?
No,
I'm going to have one.
They're going to get Carolina, Tennessee thing.
He gonna get one of them non-sponsored McFlurries.
No, we're endorsing McDonald's today because in honor of Carolina losing the first game, they putting out the spicy chicken nuggets now.
Hello?
I'm gonna tell you, boys, Carolina's gonna beat Tennessee. Tennessee's overrated because they had that little run.
Tennessee's overrated, but they got just enough confidence in them.
No, sir. Bobo is fixing to put a whammy on them.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: I do like that hire. I think Bobo's a good hire. I think that he's.
And we got some good ball play. We lost a good one, but we got some good play.
I tell you what Bobo's gonna do. It's gonna be high scoring. He's gonna score more points than he's been scored over there a few years.
You know, Georgia didn't want him. He averaged 37 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't good enough. So, I mean, they fired Ohio State.
All right, next, I'm worried about you. Alabama and Georgia. Of course, Nick Saban said we must have football, and that's right. We got to.
They got 350 cases right there right now. They shut down all the frat houses and everything. That's today's news.
Half the student body over there could have it, and they're gonna play football.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma's 5th, ahead of LSU.
But LSU lose everybody.
They lost. They got back up like
14 draft picks.
Yeah.
That's one of them. We're glad y'all won national championship last year. That's why.
I'm gonna make a prediction that Ed Orgeron will be fired in 3 years, less than 3 years.
You might be right.
He's gonna be like Gene Chislett.
He don't know when to get off the train.
They started pouring the cement for his statue up there at Auburn and stopped halfway and made a bird bath out of it.
Penn State, they ain't playing.
Nope.
Florida, yeah, they're gonna be pretty
They gonna win
good.
the East, Bert.
Florida will not win the East.
They got a rough schedule. Florida's got the 4th hardest schedule in America.
How?
Well, we're not going to go over all that.
Georgia?
They play Georgia. They play LSU. They play Auburn.
We ain't worried about LSU.
They play Texas A&M.
They can't play all them.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to add 2 more out of the West this time.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay.
Yeah, you look at that Georgia schedule and you'll shake your head.
Yeah, Georgia lose 3
They playing Alabama,
out of the
Auburn.
top teams in the SEC.
We're not playing LSU.
So you're telling me it's going to be a 4-loss SEC team going to be in the top 3?
Listen this.
In the East?
Get this. A 2.
I'm going to all together.
Oh.
They'll be in the playoff. A 4-loss team.
A 4 and 6 team will go to a bowl game. Wait a minute now. They're not playing 10 games, right?
Yeah.
4 and 6 team, SEC team goes to a bowl game. You know what? They ain't enough team to make up bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Out of 3 conferences.
There's more
Will Carolina be one of those?
Who's the other conference?
The ones that's got
The little bitty ones?
Cincy
No,
and
SEC gets first.
UCF.
ACC gets second, and then the whatever's left over gets.
This will be the year, though, that it's a possibility two Southeast Conference teams be back in the playoff. That's the only way you can have a playoff.
And you know why? You know why SEC teams get picked over everybody else? Because we play the hardest schedule.
I thought they had the most money.
So to say.
I thought it was all about money.
Well, it is about TVs. Look at the TV time for the game and see what you think.
SEC ain't as big as Texas.
Well, no, Texas is good. Oregon is next. That's insignificant. They're not playing ball. Notre Dame. There you go.
ACC school. Notre Dame.
UACC champ right there.
But I'm telling you what, ACC hit Jet.
But y'all gotta go there, don't you?
Yeah, we go up there.
Y'all gotta play on the touchdown Jesus. That's gonna be tough.
That'd be easy. Dabo's got Jesus on the side.
Auburn, 11. No, he's a good Christian man. I've heard him say a few words on the sidelines about God.
Well, that's
Wisconsin's 12. They ain't playing. And Auburn's going to be good this year, I've heard.
they will be.
Yeah. Texas A&M. I don't
I'm
know.
still not sold on it.
I'm not either.
I just,
Yeah.
you think they down, but I just don't.
Texas A&M, they got some
matter.
freaking athletes.
Who's that, Paul?
But you got to remember they also got Jimbo Fisher.
Texas is next.
Texas should have a.
With all
the
the
players from last year coming back.
several of Oklahoma players have opted out, and Oklahoma's even talking about canceling their schedule because of all the COVID cases they're catching up there. And they're the only other team in the Big 12 that can hang with Texas and Oklahoma is Oklahoma State. All they got is a running back and a mullet. So
they're 15, so they can run in behind Texas.
Then Michigan and USC, they're not playing. North Carolina, and I think North Carolina's going to be the spoil this year. I think Matt Brown, this is his year to make a difference.
I think they'll come in third in the ACC.
Yeah.
Well, Louisville's taking one of the spots in the championship game. They already punched their ticket. ACC.
Louisville?
They don't play Notre Dame, Clemson, or North Carolina.
Okay. On their side.
Go ahead and book that. Go ahead and book that flight. They in. I ain't saying they win the ACC, but they gonna play for it. I think that man was Southfield. Wasn't that the man at Appalachian State 2 years ago? Yeah. He doggone good coach. They won 8 games last year now.
He is good.
That man's a good coach.
Yeah.
Minnesota, they're not playing.
Which is a shame, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were coming out there.
Listen, they're locked by
In
this
30 years.
awful commissioner who won't let them play no football.
Yeah, all the athletic directors
that's what I'm saying.
and the university
Every
presidents
last
voted to
one.
play football. It's just the commissioner.
Cincinnati and USCF, this is a pet-friendly poll here because they're trying to, putting icing on the cake, they're trying to even it up here. That neither one of them will play any of these teams in the top 25 and stand a chance to win it. Utah, no, they're not playing. Iowa State, they don't stand a chance. Iowa, they're not playing. There will be no Iowa State this year. I didn't realize they was in 2 different divisions.
Yeah.
Doggone. And then Tennessee, God bless their heart.
And is it not? Now tell me this: is it not Minnesota? Wisconsin?
South Carolina's going to beat Tennessee this year.
Minnesota, Wisconsin is the longest running rivalry in college football.
I believe.
I think that's for that's all.
Clemson, Carolina was number 2.
Yep.
So if there's some way we could get Clemson, Carolina together, we could take over that longest, take that streak.
And Auburn and Georgia have always played since 1933 in November. This is the first time they've ever played in October.
So to take the streak, if we can get Clemson and Carolina
will have to make it to the playoffs.
October.
There's their long stadium, boost our revenue, solve problems all the way around.
And here's another one for you that ain't in here. I believe that Justin Fields transfers to Florida State and is going to be the quarterback.
I think that would be a bad mistake.
Why?
I don't think they can protect him at Florida State.
You don't think they have a
body
line?
bag?
Yeah, he won't know. If he wants to end his NFL career, go to Florida State because they don't have a line to protect him.
We ended DeAndre Francois' career.
Yep.
What was that other cat? Blackman?
Yep.
Ended his career.
I'm telling you, you can't.
That Florida State's down way further than people.
Well, I told that Clemson commentator that's where he needs to go, and he said the exact same thing I did.
Yeah, you can't. They can't protect him. And Justin
He would be better off going somewhere like NC State.
NC State's got a line.
He'd be better off going to NC State or Wake Forest.
Wake Forest ain't got no line. That's why Jamie Newman went to Georgia.
No, he went to Georgia so he'd have a fighting chance of winning the ball game.
Well,
Well,
they
because
also
he's got a line, he can stand back there all day because we got the best line.
They also
in the
got the
country.
quarterback from
Number
Oceanside
one.
Collegiate, didn't they? I can't think of his name with the Wake
Got
Forest.
somebody.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. Supposed to be really good.
I know they just flipped the ribbon on the multi-million-dollar facility down there last year.
I don't know where a good place for him to be, but it's not. It won't be Florida
It is
State.
not Florida State.
Yeah, they can't protect him.
He could go down there to Miami with that carousel of quarterbacks they got.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up today, folks. And we appreciate everybody tuning in to Salute Now. And do y'all have any final thoughts as we wrap it up?
Just ready for football.
Yep.
Ready to get some sort of normalcy back. Something to look forward to. There's a lot of people in this country that need that.
Paul?
Just ready for September 8th, where they can go out there and practice and not just get started. I think they can get started and go and to school.
Now, that's high school.
Yeah, high school. Yeah, I worry about that a little more than I do the other.
Yeah.
The next couple of weeks is going to be real crucial to the future as kids start to go back to school and start to get back to going and doing and things. And so I'm pulling for them. I hope we get to September 8th and they say practice ball, and then September 25th we'll be ready to play at Eau Claire.
Carson?
Yeah, I think we're all ready for football to come back. We need something. The NBA has been kind of holding the tide for everybody, I think, if y'all watch that. I know I have been, and it's been pretty exciting just to see some bit of sports back.
Fred Wyman, lay off Clemson, guys. Okay, we will. And we're fixing to cut it off.
We'll embrace the hate. It's fine.
Embrace the hate. All right, we'll see you back next week here at MIGS. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to keep you up to date about the latest information as soon as we find out more information about Blacksburg. Thank you so much for tuning in the show. Have a wonderful Tuesday, everybody.